That's one second. All right. I'll go into the actual YouTube app itself. So I can see what's going on in the chat. Good, I think it's. Yep, okay. All right, cool. Hit that like button if you are in here. You're live with us tonight. Let's fix that lighting. There we go. Bring it back just a little. Okay, so we've got our special item is the rock again. And the reason why I wanted to go with the rock is because I'm going to automatically say that the trio award is going to be rewarded to, should be rewarded just to one person. But if I could do that, I would say just Oscar. But I'm going to say Oscar is going to be in it tonight for sure. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but we were up by, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then they kept on dwindling it down. Then Jacob Toppin in the second half, he rolls an ankle. He has to go locker room. Oscar rolls an ankle. He has to sit down at the end of the bench, and he's out for a few minutes. And Mississippi State was trying to come back then. They were always cutting it to 11 or 10, and I needed a 10-point victory, and I almost got it in overtime, but Wheeler. But he needed they always cutting it in, and then eventually when those guys went out, they were able to make an extra run. So we got some stuff to talk about, right? It was an 8-point victory tonight if you did the over-under or you did the points. I think the over-under, what was it looking at? 140s or something like that, which it's way over that. So I got over the over. I won on that one, but I lost on my bet, which we're just not a betting gambling place. We don't give out gambling tips or anything, but just letting you know what I did. And I did lose on the 10. I needed Kentucky. They were 9.5. So I needed a 10-point victory. And Wheeler left some points on the free throw line, didn't he? So, but it wouldn't have been close. It would not have been able to get there without overtime. I was not rooting for overtime. I wanted Grady just to go ahead and make the shot, because even if you do take overtime, you're not guaranteed anything as a person who puts money on a game. We all know this, because usually basketball games, especially college, 5 minutes, it may only go 2 or 3 buckets get traded. Like one early, and then they match another one, and maybe the other team don't match. So who knows? Their star player tonight, who had 30, this guy went off for them. Let me see if I can get his Iverson, yeah. Iverson Maliner. He went off. He had 30 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So he did good for Mississippi State. They went to 13-6. They were not ranked before this game, obviously. With that type of record, Kentucky improves to 16-4, which is okay for now. We need to be there. We've got Kansas coming up. That's going to be a tough game. And we're going to talk about some stuff. Obviously, we are led by Oscar, who had 22 rebounds. 22 rebounds, 21 points. And some other guys that played good, who I think, Toppin, he didn't fill up the stat sheet, but he only played 15 minutes because of his ankle. But, he still had a good 3-point shot. I saw him hit, had some rebounds there. So it could have been a lot more for Jacob. Maybe he'd finish in a 10-point area or less. Maybe he'd got 7-8 rebounds. Who knows if he'd got to play the full game instead of getting hurt. But obviously, we're going to look at all stats because I want to see turnovers. Wheeler did have 2. Oscar had 4, but what do you expect when he's the one grabbing all the rebounds? I mean, people come down and they crash down on him and they try to take things away. So Oscar's part of the trio award. He's the number one guy. He should be there. He will be there tonight. I expect to see 21 points and 22 rebounds a game from this guy, and that's what we're getting. It might be not 21 and 22 each time, but at least 15, right? 14, 15 rebounds, 14, 15 points. we should be seeing that. He did have one block. Keon Brooks had a block and a couple steals. Oscar had 3 steals. Oscar Shibwe had 3 steals. Wheeler a steal, and Mintz had a steal, and so did Hopkins and Allen. So it was good. Dante Allen did get 18 minutes tonight. All those people out there wanting him to play. He did have 5 points. This is all from ESPN, guys, if you didn't get to watch the game. We did shoot 6 of 23 from three-point land, which was not great, but there was 2 of those 6 that were very, very vital, and they were in overtime, and they were by the second person who's going to be on the trio award for myself that I give out after every game, Grady. 43 minutes. This dude played 43, count them, 43 minutes, guys. 43 minutes. He was 4 of 11 from behind the arc. He didn't hit the one before overtime that could have won us the game, but it was a tough shot. But the 2 he hit in overtime were tough, you know. He had some rebounds there. I see his turnovers. He only had 2 turnovers. He had 18 points and 6 up, no bigger than the 6 he hit in overtime. The 3 at first off the pass, and then I think he had a step back or a sidestep 3 that he nailed in someone's eye too as well. So in his face, yeah, that's right, in the Mississippi State player's face, not once but twice, and hits him deep, you know, to give us that 6-point cushion. Then Wheeler goes to the line, hits 1 free throw, messes another one. Oscar gets a rebound. I'm thinking, oh, good. If he puts this up and maybe he gets fouled, Oscar would make his, you know, maybe. I don't know. But then he passes to Wheeler, and Wheeler gets fouled again. And then Wheeler makes 1. And then they brick, and then Mississippi State doesn't make anything, and Mississippi State doesn't foul them. So if Wheeler would have just made the darn second one, would have gave us an 8-point lead. And I feel like that maybe if Mississippi State would have messed with that much more time on the clock, then they would have fouled, and maybe the guy goes line and makes 2, and then they break again, and we get a rebound, the game's over, and win 10. So different scenarios, we could have got to a 10-point victory. That's like the first time I've seen us at home not win by 10 or more, double figures. But it is what it is. We still get the victory. I'm going to go ahead and give Wheeler the second or the third trio award, the 3 guys who were the most important. So I'm going to go with Oscar. And actually, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to go Brooks because he had 6 rebounds, and he had 3 turnovers, but he had 6 rebounds, 4 points, 1 block, 2 assists. I like that. Now, Wheeler did have 6 assists and 15 points, but I'm going to give actually Keon Brooks the third and final spot in the trio award. And Wheeler, you're an honorable mention, obviously. You should be there. Thank you for coming back and playing tough after those injuries that, you know, we just recently saw you have. And then, of course, Mintz 4 points, but he did some other stuff, right? He did some other stuff. Looked like he had a steal, 2 rebounds. So, you know, hey, come on. It is what it is. And then Mintz battled foul trouble. I don't think he fouled out, though. Allen did have, 4 fouls for Mintz, but he didn't foul out. He was the one, and Keon Brooks had 4 and didn't foul out. So that's good for those 2 guys. But Allen, you know, he played decent. Well, I wouldn't say decent, but he had 5 points, and he did hit 1 3, I believe. So it's good. 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Grady 4. It took 11 shots for Grady, but he got 4 of them, which is 12 points in the scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of those other ones he missed, Oscar grabbed the board, so not too worried about it. Okay, so let's talk about who didn't play. Let's just get into this. Let's get into this right now. Shaedon Sharpe didn't play. So you see, you've got Washington out, ankle issue. You've got Toppin goes out. And I know Toppin is not in Sharpe's position. So don't type in, oh, he's not even in the same position what you're talking about. It doesn't matter. You got another guy that's out because he goes to the locker room. He has something wrong with his ankle, right? And then you've got yourself a situation where you've got Oscar ends up hobbling around, and they're making their turn. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, he's not ready. You can't throw him in stuff like this. You can't do that. You can't do this. Stop it with that nonsense. If the dude is supposed to be supposedly on potential, because that's what they're grading it on. They're grading it on his AAU circuit movements, wherever else he played any leagues, and they're grading it on his high school and then his metrics. Their metrics of his body and what he's and in everything else. They're putting it all together. And they're saying, based on his height and the way he's built, and based on his AAU tapes and his high school tapes and his other leagues he's played in, we think this dude can be a top 10 pick now. Top 10 now. And when you're a top 10, they're not saying you're automatically only going to be G League. When you're number 10 or less to 1, you're 10 to 1, 1 to 10, you're going to play something. You will play some summer ball, maybe some G League summer stuff to get you ready, but you ain't going to play that much. You're a top 10 dude. You're going to be at least on the bench of an NBA team waiting for your team, waiting for your shot on that bench, but you're going to be practicing every day with that NBA team. So don't give me this crap that Sharpe, the situation's too big for him. It's Mississippi State, and you're at home. It's Mississippi State, and you're at home. Don't give me that. If Mississippi State in Rupp Arena is too big for Shaedon Sharpe to get out there and give his talent to this team that is allowing him to be there, to practice and to use their facility and to be everything he can be because they're helping him build up to his potential. If Mississippi State is too much, then the G League will be too much. Then the NBA will be too much. And maybe it is. Maybe they're completely wrong on all of this. Maybe they are completely wrong on all of it. Maybe that's what it is. They're grading him by his potential and they're wrong or something on it. I don't know. We got the victory, but I saw a guy sitting over there, and I'm not being angry at Sharpe. I don't know what's going through his head. I don't know who's been talking to him. I don't know what Coach Cal's saying to him or the staff or the freaking university, but we are almost losing to a Mississippi State team at home because we're struggling to have bodies on the court, and you supposedly have a top 10 potential dude on your bench, and you don't even ask him to take his warm-ups off? He doesn't even volunteer to take his warm-ups off. And if you're going to say, well, why would he risk it? Why would he risk it? Well, I don't know why you would risk it, because you want to be a part of the team. Maybe that's a reason why, right? But if you don't want to be a part of the team and you don't want to risk it, please take off the merchandise, take off the uniform, and go back home. Because we don't want you there if you're going to do that. We do not want, I'm sorry, I can't speak for everybody, so I'm not going to say we. I don't want you there representing Kentucky on that bench if you're just going to sit there all year long and then not come back next year and you're just going to hightail it to the NBA. Then just go. If he's not ready for Mississippi State, guys, and he ain't ready for little SEC basketball, then what makes us think, or what makes the NBA scouts think, or what's anybody think that he's ready for a top 10 pick? He can't play Mississippi State, but he's a top 10 pick. Get out of here with that. If he's top 10, play the boy. Play him. And Shaedon Sharpe, if you're top 10, man, if you're that young man, if you're that guy, if you're that boy, if you're that dude, if you're that dangerous person on the court and you're that good, prove it, show it, do it. Ty Washington had a lot to lose too this year. He's got a rolled up ankle too, but he still plays. He didn't play tonight, but he will still play. He'll come back. When his ankle's ready, he's going to come back. He is not going to sit there and think, oh no, I ain't rolling again and my career's over. No, because he's bought into being a Kentucky Wildcat. He's bought into it. So please buy into it, Mr. Sharpe, and your family and everyone else. Please. But if you really don't want to be there, guys, if you really don't want him there, you don't want him to be there, quit wasting our facility to better yourself and to never give nothing back to us. Stop it. And don't give me this, oh, us, giving back to us, entitlement, us, this. Shut up, dude. Yeah, us. I watch the game. I pay for tickets. I buy merchandise. I come and do lives after the games because I care. So it is a us. It is a we. I am Kentucky as well. That's right. So it's going to be like it. I'm going to address it the way I want to, and I'm going to say it that way. I have nothing but respect for these players. I just do not like it when players use us. And we have been used. And we got other players who feel like we used them and didn't give them no chance. We were just using them for a body in practice. And they went off to some other team and they shined. So, Cal, you got to figure that part out. And when you got a guy on your bench, who's supposedly top 10, and he won't take his warm-up off, maybe he will. Are you holding him back? Is John Calipari holding him back? Mr. Calipari, are you holding back Shaden Sharpe? Shaden Sharpe's family, mentors, everybody. Your agent. Shaden Sharpe's agent, if you already have one. Not supposed to, but I guess with the Neil program or Neil deal and all this stuff, who knows what could happen, huh? Right? Who's holding you back? Mr. Sharpe, are you holding yourself back? Be that guy, be that man, be that young man, be that boy, be that dude on the court that you can be. I think you're the key to our team. A lot of people don't think so. But man, if you're as good as advertised, you are that missing link to this team. Ty is great. He can be that dude. He can come up and be that guy, that boy, that man, that everything, and he can take over a spot or two here and there. But I feel like you might even be better than even just a spot here or two or even parts of the game. Mr. Sharpe, I think you could be the dude all the time. Basing on that, what I've seen in your mixtapes, your highlight reels on YouTube that I've watched more than once, different ones. And you're great based on those tapes. They'll show me the good and the great. But right now, I'm seeing the bad because my mind is just wondering about why you're not doing something, why you're not even playing. And it makes me feel ugly. It makes being a fan of the team feel ugly sometimes. It does. It just does. Because I feel like you're just wasting a spot, wasting time, and we're never going to get to see you play, and you're just going to go next year, and you're not going to come back. Maybe you will, but reports are saying that you won't. So I guess prove the reports wrong, come back next year, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, my friend, if you really do want to go by next year, this team could use your help now. This team could use your help now. And tonight wasn't a night that, honestly, in that 8-minute mark, when Toppin gets hurt, it's like, I don't know if it's 8 minutes, like 12-minute, whatever. Toppin gets hurt, and a few minutes later, Oscar gets hurt. I know those two dudes are not in your position. But when those two dudes went down, Mississippi State started rolling in their buckets. And maybe that's not the ideal time to bring in a freshman or whatever, but there's some other freshman guys that are playing, and they've been starting since day one. Well, he's out. Ty's out right now, but he's the guy that I'd be alluding to. But I wish that. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, just like I was saying, if it was me, I'd step in and play. But it's not me, and I don't want to put Mr. Sharpe completely down. I'm not trying to completely dog him, but as a fan, I'm a little bit frustrated. I think some of us get it and some of us don't. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this live. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified next time we upload. I apologize for the battery malfunction. I had to hook up to a charger and grab it in my hands here instead of leaving it on the stand. And I apologize once again, guys. Sorry about that. So that's all I have, guys. Go Big Blue Nation. I'll say it again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the little bell so you'll be notified next time we upload. So that's all I got. Until next time, guys. Happy Oscar rebounding. Let's go, Cats. Later, everyone. Bye.